Okay, real talk. How many of your 2025 resolutions made it past February? Yeah, mine neither. But here's the thing. We've been doing this all wrong. Today, I'm going to show you why chasing goals in 2026 is like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands and what you should be building instead. Stick with me until the end because I'm sharing a 3-part framework that literally changed everything for me. Plus, a free worksheet to help you implement this today. Let's dive in. Hey there, and welcome back to Hope Regained. I'm your host, Christiane Boudreau, and I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome to the community. Hit that subscribe button because we're building something special here, a space where real growth happens, not just wishful thinking. It's January 2026. The confetti has settled, the champagne has gone flat, or in my case, been drunk. And you've probably already written down your goals for the year. Maybe you want to lose weight, make more money, or find love, start that business, or finally get organized. And I'm guessing you're feeling that familiar mix of excitement and, well, let's be honest, a little bit of dread because deep down, you know how this usually ends. But today we're doing something different. Here's what nobody tells you about goals. They're not actually the problem. The real problem is that we're building castles on quicksand. Think about it. You set a goal to lose 20 pounds. Amazing. But what happens when life throws you a curveball? Your kid gets sick, work gets crazy, your mental health takes a dip. And suddenly that goal feels like this heavy weight around your neck. You beat yourself up. You feel like a failure. And by March, you're stress eating ice cream while watching Netflix and feeling worse than you did in January. I've been there. We all have. Well, last year, I set this great big goal to make a big move. I had the vision board, action steps, motivational quotes on my bathroom mirror, the whole 9 yards. You know what happened? I got so obsessed with the destination that I forgot to become the person who could actually sustain that level of success. I was still operating from the same closed in mindset, the same fear based decisions, the same old patterns. It was like trying to run a marathon in flip flops. Sure, you might stumble across the finish line eventually, but at what cost? So, what's the alternative, you say? Well, I'm talking about building a future proof mindset. A future proof mindset isn't about predicting what's going to happen in 2026. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle whatever happens. It's about building internal flexibility, resilience, and adaptability. Let me break this down with a metaphor that actually makes sense. Goals are like building a specific route on Google Maps. I'm going to go from point A to point B, taking these exact roads. That's great until there's construction or traffic or a road closes because of an accident. Then what? A mindset is like learning to read a map, understanding navigation principles, and then developing the confidence to find multiple routes to where you want to go. You become resourceful instead of rigid. A goal without a transformed mindset is just a wish wearing a deadline. Here's the beautiful part. When you build the right mindset, the goals just start happening almost automatically. It's like planting an apple tree instead of taping apples to a stick and hoping they'll grow. Let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through the 3 pillars that make up a truly future-proof mindset. Grab the free worksheet at www.hoperegained.com/blog because you're going to want to work through this stuff. Let's start with pillar number 1, identity over achievement. So what is that, you say? Stop asking, what do I want to accomplish? And start asking, who do I want to become? This is huge. James Clear talks about this in Atomic Habits, but I want to give you the Hope Regained spin on it. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, say, I'm becoming someone who honors their body. Instead of, I want to make 6 figures, say, I'm becoming someone who creates massive value and receives abundantly. See the difference? One is a checkbox and the other is a transformation. When you focus on your identity, your behaviors naturally align. You don't have to white knuckle your way through a diet because people who honor their bodies naturally make nourishing choices. You don't have to force yourself to hustle because people who create value naturally take inspired action. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. You build that identity and the results become inevitable. So let's go with pillar number 2, process over perfection. Listen, perfection is a prison, and we've all been inmates at some point. A future-proof mindset embraces the messy middle. It understands that growth isn't linear. It's kind of a zigzag or a spiral or a complete loop-de-loop. Here's what I want you to do instead. Instead of fixating on the end result, fall in love with the process. Find the joy in the daily practice. Celebrate the small wins. I say all the time, baby steps and celebrate it. Did you drink 8 glasses of water today? That's amazing. Did you send that scary email? You're a rock star. Did you choose to go for a walk instead of doom scrolling? You're literally rewiring your brain. This is where most people quit. They're so focused on the summit that they forget to enjoy the climb. But the climb is a journey. The climb is where you become the person who deserves to stand at the top. And pillar number 3, adaptation over attachment. This one's going to be on the tough side, but it's so important. You need to hold your plans loosely. I'm not saying don't make plans. I'm saying don't marry them. Date them. See how they feel. Be willing to pivot. The most successful people aren't the ones who stubbornly stick to plan A no matter what. They're the ones who can smoothly transition to plan B, plan C, or sometimes Z when needed without having an identity crisis. Flexibility isn't weakness. It's the ultimate strength. Bamboo bends in the storm while the rigid oak breaks. In 2026, we know things are going to change. Technology is evolving faster than ever, and the job market is shifting. Social dynamics are changing, and your personal circumstances will change too. A future-proof mindset says, I'm ready for whatever comes because I trust myself to figure it out. Okay, theory is great, but let's get into the how. I'm giving you a simple 3-part framework you can implement today. Part 1 is the identity audit. Grab that worksheet and answer these questions honestly. Who am I right now? Not who I want to be. Who am I showing up as daily? What beliefs am I carrying that belong to an old version of me? Who do I need to become to create the life I actually want? Don't judge yourself here. This is just data. You can't change what you're not aware of. All right, let's move on to part 2, the process design. Now, here's where it gets fun. For each area of your life you want to transform, design a process that you can actually enjoy. If you want to get healthier, maybe your process is dancing to your favorite songs for 20 minutes, not torturing yourself on a treadmill you hate. And I hate treadmills. If you want to grow your business, maybe your process is connecting with 5 potential clients in a way that feels authentic to you, not some sleazy script that makes your skin crawl. Make the process so appealing that you want to do it, even if the results never came. Because here's a secret. When you love the process, truly enjoy it, believe in it, the results come faster, almost automatically. Part 3 is the flexibility protocol. Create what I call if-then scenarios. If my main plan doesn't work, then I'll try this. If I lose motivation, then I'll reconnect with my why by doing this. If life gets crazy, and trust me, it typically does at least once in a year, then my bare minimum baseline is this. This removes so much anxiety because you're not flying blind. You've already thought through the obstacles and given yourself permission to adapt. Before we wrap up, let me save you some heartache by pointing out the biggest mistakes people make when trying to build a new mindset. Mistake number 1 is trying to change everything at once. I'll give you an example of what I tried once. Tried to quit smoking, tried to go on a diet, tried to become completely healthy. That was a New Year's resolution all at once. Do you know what that was like? It was setting myself up for failure. Listen, you're not a superhero. You're a human being. Pick one area to focus in on at first. Master that. Then move to the next. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Remember, always, baby steps. Have some compassion for yourself. Mistake number 2, consuming without implementing. So, an example of this is watching motivational videos or listening to motivational podcasts. It's great. I mean, you're here, so clearly I support that. But information without application is just entertainment. Take action on what you learn. Even if you only try one little step out of what you've just taken in, try implementing that one thing to begin with. It's a start. Mistake number 3 is going it alone. You need community. We have a whole episode on the importance of connection and community. There's something to it. You need accountability. You need people who get it. That's why I created Hope Regained Community, because transformation happens in connection, not isolation. Mistake number 4, forgetting to celebrate. You're going to have wins along the way, even if they are the baby steps. Big ones, tiny ones, whatever they are, you need to celebrate them. Your brain needs those dopamine hits to keep going. Don't wait until you reach some arbitrary finish line to acknowledge your progress. You set the bar way up there and you take forever to get there to celebrate, you will lose steam. You need to keep going. So stop, celebrate yourself for the little wins that you get. Here's the bottom line. 2026 doesn't need another goal setter. The world needs you, the person who's willing to do the deeper work of transformation. The future belongs to those brave enough to outgrow themselves, not once, but over and over again. Remember the flexibility and needing to adapt. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. It's about building a mindset that can weather any storm and still find hope on the other side. That's what we do here at Hope Regained. We don't chase quick fixes. We build solid foundations. Head over to www.hoperegained.com/blog right now and download the Future Proof Mindset Worksheet. It's free, completely. I do this to help you. I use it myself. It's going to walk you through everything we talked about today with space for you to actually implement these strategies. And if this episode resonated with you, do me a favor, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. It's not great to just keep all the good stuff to ourselves. It's even better to help build that community when you share it with somebody else. Screenshot it on Instagram, tag me, and let's spread this energy. Let's make this our best year yet. Subscribe if you already haven't, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, remember, hope isn't just a feeling. It's a practice, and you're doing amazing. You're worth it. I'll catch you the next time.